man says it's the end of time, and the Mississippi River, she's a gold dry. The interest is up and the stock market's down, and you only get mugged if you go downtown. I live back in the woods, you see, a woman and the kids and the dogs and me. I got a shotgun, a rifle, and a four-wheel drive, and a country boy can survive. Country folks can survive. I can plow a field all day long. I can catch catfish from dusk till dawn. Make our own whiskey and our own smoke too. Ain't too many things these old boys can't do. We grow good old tomatoes and homemade wine, and country boy can survive. Country folks can survive. Because you can't starve us out and you can't make us run. Those wooden old boys raised on shotgun. We say grace, we say man. If you ain't into that, we don't give a damn. We came from the West Virginia coal mines and the Rocky Mountains and the western skies. And we can skin a buck, we can run a trot line, and a country boy can survive. Country folks can survive. I had a good friend in New York City. He never called me by my name, just Hillbilly. My grandpa taught me how to live off the land, and his taught him to be a businessman. He used to send me pictures of the Broadway nights, and I'd send him some homemade wine. But he was killed by a man with a switchblade knife. For $43, my friend lost his life. I'd love to spit some beach nut in that dude's eyes and shoot him with my old 45, 'cause a country boy can survive. Country folks can survive. You can't stop us out and you can't make us run. But when them old boys raised on shotgun, we say grace, we say man. If you ain't into that, don't give a damn. We're from North California and South Alabama, and little towns all around this land. We can skin a buck and run a trot line, and a country boy can survive. Country folks can survive. Country boy can survive. Country folks can survive. Up, but I'm afraid it's true. 'Cause a man was murdered for his money in the street. He was taking his wife to a nice place caught the man, he did 23 months of time. He pled insanity like they do now all the time. Sir, what would you have done in 1859? Now if you shoot someone, sir, you can get off scot-free. Oh, it's the latest thing, Mr. Lincoln, can you believe? Now they sue the manufacturers of the guns. Ain't the law changed a lot since 1861? Mr. Lincoln, I wish you were here, 'cause things have changed a lot in 100 years. And I don't think it's working out like you planned. Hey, Mr. Lincoln, we sure could use a hand. I just heard the news story on the radio. They let dangerous men out of prisons now. Yes, sir, I'm afraid it's so. 'Cause they're overcrowded and it was only his 5th offense. Yeah, and this time he's killed someone. Does that make any sense? Now my lawyer called me about a nuisance case. 'Cause everybody sues over any little thing these days. Well, at least we're right. All we gotta do is tell the truth. He said, you're living in the past, you romantic fool. I said, you got that right. I lean toward the older ways. And there's damn few backwoods lawyers left today. Mr. Lincoln, I wish you were here. The republic's changed a lot in 100 years. And I don't think it's working like you planned. Hey, Mr. Lincoln, we sure could use a hand. Mr. Lincoln, please, could you come here? 'Cause things have changed a lot in 100 years. If heaven ain't a lot like Dixie, I don't wanna go. If heaven ain't a lot like Dixie, I just as soon stay home. I was one of the chosen few to be born in Alabama. I'm just like my daddy's son. I'm proud of who I am. I went through a lot of good women and shook old Jim Beam's hand. If I never see the pearly gates, I've walked through the promised land. If heaven ain't a lot like Dixie, I don't wanna go. If heaven ain't a lot like Dixie, I just as soon stay home. If they don't have a Grand Ole Opry like they do in Tennessee, just send me to hell or New York City. It would be about the same to me. I got wild honey trees and crazy little weeds growing around my shack. These dusty roads ain't streets of gold, but I'm happy right where I'm at. All these pretty little southern belles are a country boy's dream. They ain't got wings or halos, but they're sure looking good to me. If heaven ain't a lot like Dixie, I don't wanna go. If heaven ain't a lot like Dixie, I just as soon stay home. If they don't have a Grand Ole Opry like they do down in Tennessee, just send me to hell or New York City. It would be about the same to me. If heaven ain't a lot like Dixie, If heaven ain't a lot like Dixie, I just as soon stay home. If heaven ain't a lot like Dixie, I don't wanna go. If heaven ain't a lot like Dixie, I just as soon stay home. If they ain't got a Grand Ole Opry like they do in Tennessee, just send me to hell or New York City, it would be about the same to me. If the South would have won, we'd have had it made. I'd probably run for president of the southern states. The day Elvis passed away would be our national holiday. If the South would have won, we'd have had it made. I'd make my Supreme Court down in Texas, and we wouldn't have no killers getting off free. If they were proven guilty, then they would swing quickly instead of writing books and smiling on TV. We'd all learn Cajun cooking in Louisiana, and I'd put that capital back in Alabama. We'd put Florida on the right track, 'cause we'd take Miami back and throw all them pushers in the slammer. Oh, if the South would have won, we'd have had it made. I'd probably run for president of the southern states. The day young Skinner died, we'd show our southern pride. If the South would have won, we'd have had it made. A little Dixieland, boys. Oh, yeah. I'd have all the whiskey made in Tennessee, and all the horses raised in those Kentucky hills. The national treasury would be in Tupelo, Mississippi, and I'd put Hank Williams' picture on $100 bills. I'd have all the cars made in the Carolinas, and I'd ban all the ones made in China. I'd have every girl child sent to Georgia to learn to smile and talk with that southern accent. It drives me wild. I'd have all the fiddles made in Virginia, 'cause they sure can make them sound so fine. I'm going up on Wolverton Mountain and see old Clifton Clowers and have a sip of his good old Arkansas wine. Hey, if the South would have won, we'd have had it made. I'd probably run for president of the southern states. When Patsy Cline passed away, that would be our national holiday. If the South would have won, we'd have had it made. I said, if the South would have won, we'd have had it made. Might even be better off. You don't have to hide your baby, you don't have to go get no gun. Oh, how can you blame me for things I ain't never done? I used to live here and now I've come back again, just to stop for a while and think how things might have been. I had to come back to remember the joy and the pain. And if it's all right with you, before I get back on the train, I just want to see Montgomery in the rain. Around the these streets and old houses, a whole lot of changes I've been through. From the top of the town to feeling down, washing cars and shining shoes. I once met a woman here with ways like I'd never seen, and we used to ramble from here to old New Orleans. I had to come back to remember the joy and the pain, but it won't be long till I'm gone, 'cause it ain't the same. But I did want to see Montgomery in the rain. I've just come back here to stare at an old window pane. For one last look before you tear it all down with your crane. You don't have to hide your baby, you don't have to go get no gun. Don't just stare like I'm crazy just 'cause I'm Hank's only son. I had to come back to remember the joy and the pain, but it won't be long till I'm gone, 'cause it ain't the same. So if it's all right with you, before I get back on the train, I'm gonna go out to Hank's tombstone and cry up a thunderstorm chain. I gotta see Montgomery in the rain. I just had to show 'em I didn't need 'em, and so I headed out west to see some old friends of mine. I thought if I'd climb up old Ajax Mountain, maybe that would help me get it all off my mind. I made it up to the top, picked out a clear spot. I thought a whole lot about the rest of my life. I had no idea then, soon it would nearly end. Up on this mountainside, I would nearly die. And they're all shot down and out, you don't get many calls. But I saw some tears in some eyes, soon my poor old mother would die. I nearly lost it all when I lost my grandpa. But you can find us all in Alabama. Yeah, we're all floating in the ozone? Or is the atmospheric pressure just too strong? I can't ride out one more storm, 'cause I've had too many highs and too many lows, too many storms and tornadoes. I need some blue skies and sunshine. I need a good forecast tonight. 'Cause I've had too many highs and too many lows, too many storms and tornadoes. I need some blue skies and sunshine. I need a good outlook tonight. Hope your weekend forecast is bright. Hope you got me on your weather eye. That hot old summer sun make you beg for your next breath. So you best be on the creek bank late in the shade, chewing on a hickory twig. Pass that bottle, I'll have me a swig. I ain't got a lot, but I think I got it made in the shade. I'm just laid up here in a country state of mind, catching these fish like they're going out of style, drinking this homemade wine. Hey, if the sun don't come up tomorrow, people, I have had a good time. I'm just laid up here in a country state of mind. I bet the old man's in the kitchen. He's got my kind of music on his radio. Oh, drinking his beer and dialing up the request lines. Mama and old Aunt Joan probably in the dining room trying to use the phone. Me, I'm thinking about that girl and later tonight. Oh yeah, I'm just laid up here in a country state of mind. Hey, I'm catching these fish like they're going out of style. I'm drinking this homemade wine. And if the sun don't come up tomorrow, people, I have had a good time. I'm just laid up here in a country state of mind. They're in their discos and honky tonks, somewhere between raising hell and amazing grace. Lord, I know just how they feel. You gotta get out and kick up your heels. And ain't it great to be living in the USA? Me, I'm laid up here in a country state of mind, catching these fish like they're going out of style, drinking this homemade wine all the time. If the sun don't shine tomorrow, people, I have had a good time. I'm just laid up here in a country state of mind.
I know where that good is.
Well, I was born at a party in a barn with a guitar strapped across my arm. So I learned to play in a different style. Everybody knows that I'm hog wild. Well, I pick it high and I pick it low. Pick it with my teeth and pick it with my toe. You can hear me play for a country mile. Everybody knows that I'm hog wild. Yeah, everybody knows that I'm hog wild. Well, I laid around on the farm too long. Me and them city folks couldn't get along. My mama said you're a destined child. They all know you was born hog wild. So I traveled all over this land, and I found myself a backwoods band. You can hear us play for a country mile. Everybody knows that we're hog wild. Yeah, everybody knows that we're hog wild.